Good morning, good morning, good morning. I wanted to get on here and talk to you guys before I clock into work. I love y'all. God loves y'all. And I hope y'all are having a great day. I hope y'all had a great weekend. I hope all the fathers had a great Father's Day. Honestly, honestly, we're going to have to tighten up. I don't know who this for. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on. But we're going to need to tighten up. I told y'all the other day, we finna be tested over some stuff. God is about to start testing, sending them in left to right, making decisions, questions being asked. Y'all ever been like in a situation where someone asks you something and it's like, dang, I wanted that before, but now I don't want that. Or, let me think about it, but God already told you no. Or God has already brought you from this thing. And it's like, it shouldn't be nothing to think about. God finna He gonna tell you what for even thinking about it. You better not think about it. You better not think about it. You have way more discernment. Your intuition is way brighter. You don't have any distractions, anything throwing off your focus. So what are you thinking about? You get the as soon as somebody asks you a question, you know the exact answer, but you still talk about, oh, let me go think about it. Now some of the stuff you gotta understand. You prayed for this option, this decision to come up. You prayed for this decision to come up. But God also showed you, He has showed you better. He has guided you out of a place of darkness. He has showed you that is nothing in that. So what you have to like sit and realize is that just because something is being brought up doesn't mean that it has to be a yes, or oh, this is what this is supposed to look like. When God has already given you your answers, God has already told you what you needed to hear, what you needed to understand. It's a bird right here, and he's flying across this thing, and it's a nest right here. I'm sorry, I just love looking at them. The windows are open, I just love looking at them. But I'm sorry. But when God has already delivered you from a situation, told you what is and what is not, you use that. That is knowledge. That is knowledge that you have prayed for in order to answer the questions when they come up. Even though you were praying, because you can pray for something that you don't need, and then God shows you that you know something better, or He shows you something different in the sense of it could be this, but it looks different, or it could be, or it's not that at all. So because you pray for it and it comes up, God is trying to show you, yeah, I can open a door for you. But the thing is, I've showed you that you don't need that. I showed you that the door, you need to close that door. You have the power to now close that door and he's about to test you to the point that you're going to have to close the door so that you can continue to walk so that the other doors can open, or that you can go and see what the other doors is. Because if you walk through this door that has opened to you, I promise you, it's not gonna get you where you want it to go. You're the picture in which God has showed you, it's not even the picture that you was picturing when you was praying about that door. You know what I'm saying? So if you want what God has showed you, you want that promise that God has promised you, you know, it's easy to make the decision, especially like with the discernment, because now you know what is and what's not. I mean, I'm not judging because I get it. We all make mistakes and continue to make mistakes and continue to go down the rabbit hole over and over again. But unless you think that's fun, unless you like the run, I don't really see why make it hard. Things start to come up and you looking at it like you don't know what to do. You looking at it like you ain't hear God the first time. You looking at it like God didn't have to pull you out of there by your toe. Like you was so deep, like quicksand. You had your toes was the only thing left, and He had to pull you out by your toe because you were so deep. But do you want to go back into this rabbit hole? Do you want to go back into this quicksand and the whole body gets consumed and you just die? Because as you continue to do the things in which you want to do, your soul starts to die. Your soul it just goes. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's time for you to it's time for you to move. It's time for you to move. It's time for you to start getting this right. It's time to use that discernment and get it right. Because this the easy part. This is the easy part. When you know the yes or no, when God already told you the yes or no, when God has brought you from certain things and you know, oh, I don't want to go back there. That didn't bring me no good. That's the easy part. Because now when you get met with things in which you haven't faced yet, you have to genuinely listen to God in that moment instead of listening to all the things in which God has already told you in the past when he brought you out of those things, when you was asking when it was the first time, and then you had the second time, and then you had the third time. You know what I'm saying? You're not even in that phase yet. You have to make it through this phase so you can live a little bit before he even brings you any new demons, any new challenges. He not gonna just throw you out there in the quicksand and see if you know how to get out. He said, we're not doing parkour today. I just want you to hop on over. I want you to use the bridge. Don't try to take the easy way. Don't try to take the quick way. Fast money. You know, all that stuff. Like, he already told you what it is and what it ain't. I made a video last night. I guess I'll post it later. Trust God. Trust God and run it. Trust God and run it. I don't know. Like, trust God and run it. Run it. Let him run it. The play is money every time. Money every time. Okay? So at the end of the day, it's y'all moment. It's y'all moment to shine. It's y'all moment to shine. And every yes in God's book, in the sense of you're doing right, what you're supposed to be doing, is a yes in your book. Meaning he's going to bless you on the outside. You're going to see every decision that you make. You're going to see it. You're going to see it automatically. If it's the wrong, if it's the yes, you're going to feel it. And just like Cain and Abel, you're going to feel that not gratitude. What's the word? The guilt and everything is going to be on you. You're going to feel it. Gratification. The gratification is going to be super heavy. And that's, that's one of God's punishments. Driving your mind crazy for something that you did when you shouldn't did, because now you're in a certain place that you can't get out of, or you're in a certain place where you could literally just took you to say the right thing and you knew what to say, but then you look back and you're like, dang, why didn't I? Because you are at it. Like, you ain't got no other reason other than the fact that you are at it. Because you're gonna be sitting at this same moment, right? And it's gonna happen again, and you're gonna still sit there and weigh your odds as if the odds matter. As if the odds matter. Oh, but she said. Oh, but he said. What did God say? Like, I don't understand. What do you mean they said? I don't care what they said. I'm being honest. I don't care what they said. It's gonna be better. It's do right by yourself. Choose you. Choose God. If you keep thinking, and this is something that I had to learn about self-love. If you keep thinking that everything is you choosing yourself, then you might want to just go ahead and reevaluate. You're doing it for yourself, yes, but do it because you're choosing God. Because I promise you, God ain't going for the stuff that you're going for. When you're choosing other people, God don't got you choosing other people, bro. Like, I done said this too many times. God is not assigning you to other people's missions. He brings you in for a second, brings you out, and then you look back and be like, oh, okay, I understand I understand why I was there and what my mission was while I was there. He's not telling you, oh, go serve, go, go, he's not appointing you people, unless they come to you and they ask for help. Then that's when you know that God is saying, yes, help them. Or when they come across you and they're saying certain things, like, okay, yeah, God said to help out like this. But let me tell you, even in them cases, it's not like you're going to sit there and like sit with them, get in a relationship with them, try to be their best friends. That is not what y'all think it is. Like, that is not what God is telling you to do. That's not God talking to you. God has people has you go into people's lives for a season. You're not saving nobody, let alone vice versa. So with that being said, when he does appoint you to somebody, you realize, okay, you gave them a little money, you might have gave them some clothes, you might have gave them a place to stay for a second, but that's not, oh, okay, let me get you up on your feet. Like, when you start getting called to help out, you'll know exactly what I mean. You're not getting appointed missions to save people. You're getting appointed missions to help. and bring people closer to God and learn God, but not to save. You do not have a cape on you. God is the only one with the cape. You do not have the cape. Okay? So, with that being said, when these things start to come up and people start to say, oh yeah, this is a good deal, or oh, this is a good opportunity, or oh, I'm gonna do better for you, things of that nature, and you done been there 1 or 2 or 3 times, even if it's with a different person, let's, yeah. So buckle up, use your discernment, because it's there. Like, it's not even, honestly, it's not even discernment, baby, it's straight facts. But no, use your discernment and run it. Let God run the play. Let God call the play. Let God call the play. Every time you get the answer right, it's a yes or no, and it is a correct answer. You either gonna prolong your journey or you gonna speed your journey up. Them speed boosters I was talking about, they're gonna be placed right there every time you get it right. Now you're gonna have obstacles get in front of you when you get it wrong, and you don't know how long it's gonna stagnate your journey or how long it's going to push you back. You don't know if it's gonna take you back a couple steps. You don't know what it's going to do. I personally would rather go for it, regardless of what it look like. It could be just $10 extra in my bank account. As soon as I make the decision, and boom, you deposit $10 extra. Somebody send me $10. That's fine with me. Versus something happening and like, oh, I say I do this the wrong way, and boom, my car break down. Because that's, the depth of how good it can get and the depth of how bad it can get is not something that it's not something that you should be weighing. It's not something that you should be putting against each other. Well, what's the worst that could happen? What's the best that could happen? Use your discernment and make it happen this week. I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.